Well, I'm really thrilled to be a part of this extraordinary session, spend a few minutes with you talking about the future of cancer control. In 1996, the American Cancer Society issued a challenge goal to the nation to reduce age-adjusted mortality by 50% by 2015. You can check. 2015 has come and gone. We made it just over halfway there. 26% reduction in age-adjusted mortality. We know how it happened. The biggest decrease in lung cancer deaths, almost all due to a reduction in smoking, which is at the all-time lowest level. But we hit the 50% mark in prostate cancer, 53% reduction. Colorectal cancer deaths, 44% reduction in men. Colon cancer deaths coming down in women in the post-screening era. Breast cancer, 36% reduction post-mammography era when we learned to screen, and lung cancer deaths coming down. In fact, 83% of the decline in cancer mortality was attributable to prevention and early detection. We know today that 50% of cancer deaths could be prevented if people implemented what's already known: not smoking, maintaining a healthy weight, getting recommended cancer screenings, and exercising regularly. So I would contend, I hope you'll agree, that we definitely need and we have a cancer moonshot, and we've heard a lot about that today, but we also need a cancer earth shot, implementing what's already proven to work. That is defining the strategic plan that the American Cancer Society is currently embracing and in the midst of. So we are publishing soon our Cancer Control Blueprint, and it's predicated on a very simple concept. It's implementing what's already proven to work, but make sure that everyone has an equal opportunity to benefit, ultimately a test of health equity. At the same time, identifying our major opportunities to invest in research. And we, for each cancer, are identifying the biggest opportunities based on interviews with the leading experts, some of the leading experts in the world. So look for that, our Cancer Control Blueprint. At the same time, we have developed a series of platforms that are guiding our work, each of them using an emotionally compelling campaign or idea that will bring in partners and realize that vision of implementing what's already proven. Some of you, I hope, have heard about our 80 by 18 campaign to achieve 80% colon cancer screening rates by 2018. We have just over a year left. So we're dropping the 2018, but we're keeping that 80% goal going. Over 1,500 organizations have signed on to the 80 by 18 pledge, and colorectal cancer screening has increased dramatically. We've already banked a reduction of 37,000 deaths by 2030, with much more to go. In the early 2018, we will launch this major initiative to eliminate the 6 HPV-related cancers through an HPV vaccination campaign. That will be both domestic and global around the world. And it's an extraordinary opportunity, as we talked to an investor recently in Texas who says, I want to be somebody who wipes out a cancer, eliminates a cancer in the state of Texas. Number 3, access to care. We believe that no one should die from cancer because they can't get the care they need. And so we will be targeting and focusing our patient service portfolio and our policy work on ensuring that everyone has access to care. You may not realize that the mortality gap between African Americans and Caucasian Americans for virtually all cancers has narrowed. The disparity has gotten smaller, but not for breast cancer. For breast cancer, that mortality has stayed wide and in fact has even gotten a little wider. We believe that it is now time to equalize outcomes for everyone facing breast cancer. That's not just a matter of better screening. That's making 1/3 of all of the difference in mortality is related to women who do not get the care that is recommended. Number 5, tobacco rates, as I mentioned, are at an all-time low, but we're entering an entirely new era in the tobacco fight with new products, alternative nicotine delivery devices. We have to keep our eye on the major goal, and that's eliminating combustible tobacco, traditional smoking. 98% of all tobacco-related morbidity and mortality is due to the cigarettes that you smoke. No other form of nicotine consumption. As you've heard, we're in an extraordinary moment in lung cancer. Just think about it. 5 years ago, we had one strategy. That was tobacco control. That was it. Today, we have tobacco control. We have a screening test for high-risk people that works. We finally have some therapies that make a difference, including some of the immunotherapies. And we have an extraordinary era promising research to accelerate progress. Number 7, survivorship begins from the moment of diagnosis. We have survivorship guidelines. You just had an extraordinary session on palliative care. We believe that it's our obligation to ensure that all cancer survivors get the recommended care, and that includes palliative care from the point of diagnosis forward. And finally, none of this is going to be possible if we do not have the courage to tackle not what is often called the social determinants of health, but which I prefer to call the true determinants of health. Where you live, your zip code, is a stronger predictor of how long you live than your genetic code. And we would like to begin the dialogue in a few courageous communities to enable all communities to fight cancer by addressing these true determinants of health. And I'm thrilled to be able to say that in January we'll have a $4.3 million grant from the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation to kind of catalyze and initiate this work. I'd like to finish by saying that survivorship, how long you live, 5-year survival rates, have gone up during that period from 1990 to 2015, where we saw a 26% decline in mortality, 83% due to prevention and early detection. But I don't want to lose sight of the fact that 5-year survival rates actually went up for almost all cancers. But the challenge that I would pose for all of us is, can we truly embrace the goal of converting longer survivorship, particularly for the common adult cancers, into cure? So what do we know about doing that? We know that our best opportunity to do that for cancers among adults is to find them in the preclinical stage when they can be removed. But we've had the same set of early detection tests for quite some number of years, lung cancer being the most recent addition. So I would contend that this demands a new approach to cancer early detection. Tests that are affordable, culturally appropriate, available globally. And I'm thrilled to say, some of you may have seen the article in the New York Times just recently, that the American Cancer Society is partnering with the Clinton Health Access Initiative, IBM Health Corps, to begin a 15-year journey to create the capacity to treat cancer in sub-Saharan Africa. Right now, most of that is not treated. It's not going to happen overnight. But we need early detection that is not just effective, but actually is affordable, culturally acceptable, and linked to treatment systems. Without treatment, there is no purpose to screening. So with that in mind, the mandate, I would argue, for new approaches to cancer early detection, please watch this video.
The day I found out about cancer was on my 13th birthday. And it wasn't me, it was my mom. When I ask people about how their lives have been affected by cancer, the sad truth is that I haven't met a person who doesn't have a story who won't break your heart. That we all have a relationship with cancer.
It's increasing in incidence. We expect 70 million new cases in the next 2 decades.
Every day, every minute actually, 17 people around the world are dying from some form of cancer.
It will affect about 1 in 3 people in their lifetime. It has a tremendous cost to society. Today, it's in the hundreds of billions of dollars per year.
So that scope is all-encompassing and big and global and scary, and also very personal and very sacred.
The challenge is most of us find out that we, our friends or family, have cancer when it's late stage, often impossible to treat or to cure. And many of those cancer deaths could be prevented or lives extended if we picked up the cancer far earlier in its progression.
But a simple screening for cancer really does not exist yet. And we've been using the same test for literally 50 years.
You know, we're now in an age of smartphones and low-cost genomics and AI that talks to us through our smartwatches.
So how can we discover cancer early when the treatment has a much better chance of having you live a long life?
There's a real opportunity for us to take the entire world of technologies to save millions of lives. Whether it's nanotechnology, technologies that you have in your pocket, to artificial intelligence that can identify cancers early when they're highly treatable.
What if we applied some of those incredible technologies and mashed them up in new ways to reimagine cancer detection?
The earliest we intervene, we improve survival in spades. When we get into that mindset of early detection, that's when we get over into prevention.
A woman with breast cancer, if you find it early, stage 0 or 1, it's a 99% chance you're going to survive that cancer.
So the Cancer X Prize, what we're looking for is that solution that will rapidly, accurately, and affordably detect cancers.
To be a good screening test, it's got to be specific, inexpensive, timely, and culturally sensitive. And those are some of the criteria that we're applying to this X Prize.
In January 2016, former President Obama made the announcement that he was going to launch a cancer moonshot. So we reached out to X Prize and talked with them about what can we do to design an X Prize in cancer. And X Prize said we are about to launch a visioneering session, and we have 8 teams right now. You would be the 9th. Please come join us. We came up with criteria and impact, and we had a lot of people approach us saying, this is exactly what we've been looking for.
We're one of the teams certified as ready for launch. And so now the team has been spending a lot of time figuring out really how to activate this ecosystem.
It creates this bold, audacious goal, a very democratized cancer test that can be done anywhere in the world, from Tennessee to Tanzania, for a few dollars in a few hours.
That's what X Prize does. We get the top players in the world to compete against each other to make the breakthrough happen.
We want to bring together the amazing power of imagination, exponential technologies, and partnership to addressing low-cost cancer diagnostics where the needle can really move a lot faster than it might otherwise.
If we come together, we can create something that could literally change the world.
So what we need are dollars, we need technologies, we need teams, individuals, you, your friends, your family, your companies, to come together to catalyze new thinking.
Once the ideas are developed into a prototype, taking that to market is obviously what we want to accomplish. So there are many, many ways of how people and companies can contribute.
It is activating the crowd. It is reaching out to innovators in a way that other organizations aren't. Everyone has an opportunity to be involved.
We can improve cancer diagnostics by even 10%, by 1%. We're saving thousands of lives. It might even be yours.
Please welcome my colleagues, the movie stars right on stage with me, and Maria and Asif from Deloitte, Daniel and Shauna from Singularity. If you don't believe that coming to Singularity can change the world, and to exponential medicine, I want to provide some evidence that you're wrong, because I came to this meeting last year and I heard about the announcement, the incredible work that Shauna, the folks at Deloitte, had done to compete in the Visioneer Summit. And if you think that's an easy competition, guess again. It's incredibly demanding with very strict criteria. And this prize was chosen as the X Prize, a Cancer Early Detection X Prize. Daniel said it right in the video. He said, but to make this real, we need dollars. And that began a years-long dialogue. But I'm so thrilled to announce that the American Cancer Society believes in this work, recognizes the importance of cancer early detection. So not only are we investing $500,000 now to complete a 5-month process to get a fully intact design prize, which we can launch with specific award criteria, but once that is done, we have made a commitment to the X Prize Foundation that we will commit up to $25 million to be the founding sponsor of this prize. We're not alone. Cancer Research UK is also making a huge commitment to this. This truly will be a global prize. So thanks to all of you for doing the hard work. We look forward to an amazing event together. Look forward to the official launch when we have it all designed in about 5 months.
Thanks very much, Rich. Thanks to the American Cancer Society. Just back to my slide deck for a second. Just to really highlight what we want to do here, and we need your help. As was mentioned, we put an amazing team together. We were the top-ranked new prize idea at last year's Visioneering. And the prize we're proposing is that the winning teams from all around the world, crowdsourced, will develop new solutions to rapidly, accurately, and affordable screen for and detect early cancers where intervention can reduce human suffering. Imagine for under $24, under 24 hours, as easy as a urine dipstick for pregnancy from Tennessee to Tanzania. And so we need all of your help. Our sort of tagline is, we're all in. And we're all in.
All in.
Maria, thanks for being a key part of this. And it's getting personal for you, right?
Cancer is, what we've learned this afternoon specifically, is that cancer is global. Cancer is terminal. Janet mentioned that life is terminal. But we actually think that cancer shouldn't be. And we're here. We are humbled and we are energized to make this happen. It's up to us. It's up to you. I'm in.
I'm in.
I am definitely in.
And I'm in.
We're definitely in, believe me, big time.
So we need all of you guys. This is going to be launched, hopefully 5 or so months. If you want to be sponsors or
form teams, provide support, research, data, anything.
Get on board. Let's go make cancer suffering a thing of the past.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone.